All right, we're your host, K. Karima Hanif. Welcome to another episode of Three Hokages podcast. This is going to be all about TV and movies today. So, first, we're going to discuss the great film, tongue in cheek, Minecraft. Karima, I think you're the only one here who saw Minecraft. Let us know your thoughts on Minecraft. Is it worth seeing? Is it worth missing? Go ahead. We don't mind spoilers.
Is it worth seeing? If somebody is offering you money to go see it, go see it. Uh, take the money. Take the money
Take the
and
money
go
and
see
run.
it. It's only 90 minutes, approximately 90 minutes. You'll get through it. But if you have to pay for tickets, it's a tough call. If you
Mm.
don't mind going to the movies because it's something that you enjoy doing, or you have kids who want to see it, or you just want to go see it with friends and just talk about it regardless, then maybe. Um, so in my case, I saw it with my nephew, his friend, my son wanted to see it,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I do like Minecraft the game. Like I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy watching people play the game. Um, so I understood all of the references. I didn't really want to see it initially because I didn't like the whole real people end up in the Minecraft world, and so the movie is about them exploring this new world, and they have backstories and so on and so forth. But I wanted to give it a shot, and in terms of the references to the actual game, the
Mm-hmm.
references were fun. There were some funny moments. There were some legitimate laugh out loud moments, that my son loved with the visual humor. There were some moments that were kind of scary, like if you know Minecraft, when nighttime hits, like everything pops off. You got all types of monsters, zombies, and part of it kind of scared my son, but he knows how the game goes, and but he was fine with it. But that was cool. The action was cool. Um, the introduction of that was cool, but outside of the actual references, in terms of the character development, it seemed to be all over the place. And I don't know who the movie was made for. Um, I think it was made for people who enjoy Minecraft and really
Mm-hmm.
just want to see Minecraft on a big screen because they have not seen it on the big screen yet. Similar like superhero movies, like 20 years ago, where you were just desperate to see it on a movie in a movie theater, where it's like, okay, this is cool.
Right.
But the story was disjointed. They had the same usual suspects. There's this retro 80 character who was, a video game star back in the day. You had Jack Black, who was basically Jack Black. You had, the kids who they ended up in, a small town because they happened to lose their mother, and they're trying to find their way in this town. And then you had, the black character who was the comic relief, and she was actually a good character. So I don't remember any of their names, as you can tell.
It's
In
not
the
important.
movie, it's not important. It's just all I know is Alex and Steve, and I don't ask me who was Alex and Steve in this movie. But there were some legitimately funny moments.
Mm-hmm.
Baby zombies riding on chickens, Enderman like this. If you understand the game, you will understand those moments. But the chemistry between the characters, I didn't understand that, and there was a lot of conversations and a lot of jokes that would not go over well with the kids because they don't understand what's happening. So, in my opinion, Minecraft is a very creative and visual game.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's experience is unique when they play it, and you can make it what you want to make it. This was more about people who had something in the past. They wanted to make something in Minecraft, but then they threw in a message at the end of, well, you got to stop playing games and get back to the real world, which to me is just enough. Like, stop it. We already get that. People play video games. They don't escape from the real world. We know the real world is there. And part of the message to me was shallow in the sense of either you embrace that this is a video game movie and you embrace the Minecraft world, or you make a movie about characters who just happen to be in a creative world. And what I mean by that is the Mario movie was 100% Mario. Obviously, we don't need to have the animation, but they weren't surprised by the most basic elements in the world. In Minecraft movie, they are still surprised by the most basic of elements, but there's no payoff to it, in my opinion. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like the same rehashing. It's the same fighting. I don't know where the story went. I don't know who ended up where. They said go back to the real world, but he only made it in the real world because he stole all this gold and diamond from Minecraft. So it was like a very mixed message. So as an adult who loves the game, I did not like the movie.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
did not like the movie. I like moments in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
which is different.
Okay.
Um, but I would not recommend going to pay for it in the movie theater.
I was gonna
Um,
ask. It looks like Jumanji, like almost like this is a Jumanji version of Minecraft, where he says there's someone inside of a game, I guess, trying to find their way out, figure their way out, and it has Jack Black.
yes. So like Jason Momoa, like he acted his ass off. He was funny
Mm-hmm.
in it, but he was that '80s retro character. Where when you think about how long ago the '80s were, it's like at some point you have to stop referencing that
No,
in.
we don't. We won't start talking about how long ago the 80s were.
Were
Let's
you
not do
born in
that.
the late 1900s?
But I mean, in terms of like the Stranger Things vibe. So it's like they try to give off that this town is stuck in, you know, not really the '80s. The character is stuck in the '80s, but the time is stuck in the time frame where it is a little bit weird. But they can also make jetpacks in this world. Um, so you don't know what the time it is. You don't know what kind of world it's set in. And again, that wouldn't normally matter, but you have to have some kind of a basis for the movie to, suspension of disbelief. And I may be over analyzing a Minecraft movie, but that's my whole point. Either you let people go in like a Sharknado, where it doesn't matter, you can just have fun, you can just enjoy it, or you can try to make a movie that's for adults and for the kids. So the kids loved it. I'm not surprised about that. But for me, when I'm trying to piece together certain things and there's certain aspects that went over their head that didn't go over my head, I think it could have been a lot better. I don't know how it could have been better. I don't know if they could have just made a Minecraft movie, but
Mm-hmm.
it just didn't do it for me.
Now I saw online people were, I'm not sure if it was a trend online, people were acting up in theaters. Well, I guess when they saw like a chicken inside the like a boxing match or wrestling match or something like that.
Yeah.
People were throwing stuff in the theaters and stuff, just like it just acting
So that
again.
was funny. That was one of the. So again, there are some really funny moments, and so baby zombies are like they're like the bane of certain characters. And the baby zombie riding on the chicken. They can ride on the different animals in the game. So that was actually funny.
Mm-hmm.
But that was also the visual humor that I'm speaking of, where even kids can look at it and find it funny. So there was
Okay.
one point where they was trying to, he's flying through the air, getting ready to headbutt. I think Jason Momoa and Jack Black came in and blocked it, and that was the funniest moment to my son. And I laughed too. But then they start talking again later, and it's like you're telling jokes that the kids are going to get restless watching. So I think they could have focused more on the visual aspect of the game and the humor, and they probably would have made it work more in that sense. But the whole we have to have a message towards the end kind of fell
Mm-hmm.
flat. Um,
Gotcha.
because again, people have to make ends meet. Like Jason Momoa's character was going to lose his store. He didn't have any more money. He was broke. He was a former champion of video games, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the message was, he has to get back to the real world. Can you take the skills you learned in this world back to the real world? But on the other hand, he was able to save his shop because he stole all of these diamonds from the fake world. So that's not going to happen. Like, okay, when people turn off Minecraft in the real world, they're not
Mm-hmm.
going to have diamonds sitting there. So either you're going to try to give off a message, which to me I find condescending, or you're just going to let people enjoy the movie. You don't go to a movie to be told you have real life responsibility. We know that. We know that. Go there and focus on making something that's fun to watch or enjoyable. So again, there's great moments you could laugh at, but the movie from beginning to end, hey, it just didn't do it for me. It had potential, but I don't know, something was just off about it.
Okay. All right. Well, it was never on my list of shows or movies to watch. I think I've tried to play Minecraft once some years ago when it first came out on the Xbox, and it's like, yeah, I can't get into this. I think at the time I didn't realize it was like a first person game, FPV. So I was like, yeah, I don't want this. I had to build up again. That's okay. No, no, I'm not coming back here. Um, so we give Minecraft how many out of 4 stars? How many stars are you giving it?
Out of four,
Yeah,
I would say 1.5.
1.5. Okay, so it's trash.
Yeah. It's passable. You can pass it. You
Then
can pass it.
1.5 out of 4 impossible, sir.
I mean, you can pass it. Not that it's a passable.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can
Don't
pass
watch it.
it.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
then you're good. You won't miss anything.
Well, something that I think is much higher than a 1.5 out of 4, I would say, is Daredevil Born Again, which is this first full season on Disney Plus. It's 9 episodes for the first half of this season. As right now they're up to episode 8 at the time of this recording. I'm all caught up. I think Kareem. Are you caught up with Daredevil as
Yeah.
well? Yeah, they didn't skip a beat. I mean, kudos to the showrunners, kudos to the actors and actresses inside the show. It didn't feel like there's any difference between the Disney Plus version of Daredevil and the Netflix version. Still the same amount of um,
Violence.
action,
Oh.
violence. Um, if you're a fan of Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, you're gonna enjoy this season because now Kingpin runs for mayor, becomes mayor. So those who follow the Daredevil comics know you got Kingpin as the mayor of New York City. Wanting to get rid of vigilantes. It's a good season. I'm not going to spoil it as far as who shows up. I'm sure people have seen trailers of other characters, other superheroes, or supervillains. But I enjoy it. I mean, I think for me, the thing I like the most about Daredevil is the fight choreography. Like you get that John Wick, you get that Raid Redemption kind of martial arts fight scenes, and they're well, I guess, choreographed as well as filmed. And that's what, to me, that's why I enjoy more than anything else in the film in the series. How about you, Kareem? What do you get out of Daredevil Born Again so far?
I agree. I don't think they missed a beat. I think this is at least, if not better than season one, Daredevil, where it hit home.
Hmm.
The only issue that I would have, which isn't that major an issue because I'm enjoying the story, is more actual Daredevil. But I
Okay.
know that will come. And so
Hmm.
I'm not, if I believe that they weren't going to show more Daredevil later, even in the second half or I guess the next season, I would be concerned. But I love the character development, the way they're exploring the character, even the way that they're showing that basically Kingpin and Daredevil, two sides to the same coin.
Yeah.
With the way they transition from one character in his scenes to Daredevil doing what he needed to do in his scene to Matt Murdock doing what he needed to do in his scenes, to what Wilson Fisk is doing in his scenes. So to me, the writing is excellent. Um, the storytelling, the acting, I'm really feeling what the characters are experiencing. The conveying the emotion, even the brief cameos of I mean, we saw it in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler, but
Right. Right.
Punisher,
Yeah.
even that was powerful in my opinion. Like, wow, um, you feel it. And so everything, in my opinion, that has happened this season carries real weight. And it's something that, even though I know it's a Daredevil show, I still feel on edge because you don't know what's going to happen. It still has like that Daredevil, but like a Game of Thrones vibe to it where, everybody's on the table except for probably Daredevil and Kingpin. So it's like,
Yeah, you never know
so,
who's going to
so it's like
die.
nobody's safe.
Yeah.
Nobody's safe. But again, to me, it's like the character development and the storylines have been excellent this season. I've been loving it, and like the fight scenes, the choreography, even from the offices to the streets to hallways, um, every fight scene has been a hit in my opinion this season.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm hoping we do get to see a little bit more Punisher, especially since they showed us the rogue cops or the bad cops that have that Punisher had the Punisher logo tattooed on his arm and all on his wrists and stuff. I'm hoping that we do get to see some more Frank Castle.
Yes, we need Frank Castle.
Yeah, the world needs not just there, but in our world, we need a little bit more Frank Castle. But it's interesting to see what's going to happen. As far I'm not familiar with the Daredevil comics, so they may be verbatim from the comics, or they may be ad-libbing or freestyling it. I don't know. Either way, I'm enjoying the ride. I hope there are more episodes after this 9th episode tonight. I think the only thing I would like Kareem said, the only thing I would like to see more is of actually Daredevil himself, whether he's fighting a top tier level villain or he's just cruising Hell's Kitchen, making people safe. I like to see him more in the suit as opposed to him outside the suit. It's like watching Batman kind of thing. You'd like to see more Batman than you see Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Well, they're supposedly filming now the second season, the second half. So they're supposed to film they started in late February, and it's supposed to last until July.
Oh wow! So that's a lot. So that's a few episodes right there.
You might see them just walk around the city once in a while. Like,
yeah, were the Nelson and Murdoch story? No, story was story, but their office was. It was on 51st, I think, between 9th and 10th, which is like right down. I used to work on 50th and 8th, so I remember when they would first filming this season, people were posting on Instagram like they had the Nelson and Murdoch sign outside the store. People would go up, taking pictures in front of the fake office and stuff when they weren't filming. So a lot of things you can look around as a native New Yorker, you can see, okay, this is not Hell's Kitchen. That they sit in Hell's Kitchen, or sometimes they are, but it's nice to see some of those staples there. A lot of it looks to be filmed in Red Hook and Greenpoint parts of Brooklyn with Wilson Fisk, Port Project and stuff. But they do mention at the beginning, I think early on in this season, Echo. They mentioned what happens to him and from the ending of Echo. So there's continuity there between the two Disney Plus shows. They haven't mentioned Murdoch going over to the West Coast to help She-Hulk or anything, but they do mention Wilson Fisk inside of the Echo series.
Well, so supposedly people have seen him in his black Daredevil suit.
The old school one with the bandana over his face. Okay, that's when the chips is down. That's when he really
exactly.
So apparently that was he was seen in that in last month in Brooklyn with that suit on. So just just a heads up.
Well, there is a scene inside this season where he opens up, like he has all his stuff on the rooftop, and he opens up this door and he has like 3 different type of helmets there. So he can get the bonnet / do-rag out.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not the bonnet do-rag. It's literally Daredevil's Daredevil suit black.
Oh, that one. Okay, I thought you were something like this first season when he just had the scarf over his face.
You will be seeing Charlie Cox completely in the black Daredevil suit.
Nice.
Okay.
For next season.
Yeah, that's definitely a new suit they haven't shown yet so far. So that's going to be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to that. So Disney Plus finally has a hit on their hands this in 2025. I said in 2025. What are the Disney Plus shows that Skeleton Crew? Not really a hit.
Skeleton Crew wasn't horrible. It just was.
It's not a hit.
It was just children. It wasn't like.
It
was just kids.
Okay. So we'll refine it. The Disney Plus / Marvel. In 2025, they finally got it. 2024, they have Marvel What If. So 2025, they have Daredevil Born Again. So I'm looking forward to playing out the rest of that season. Lastly, for this episode of Three Hokages, we're going to briefly. Do we want to discuss Wheel of Time, or should we bring that back after the season finale?
We can. Okay.
So the season finale is this week, so we can discuss that in a mini season finale for Daredevil. If we want, we can discuss that in the next episode.
I feel like we.
What about Doctor Who then?
No, I haven't. I'm not caught up. So that's the.
There's literally one episode. Dude, one episode. What do you mean you're not?
So you saw it?
Yes, one
Okay,
episode.
so then take it away, Kay. Take it away.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'm actually gonna ask Kareem first. Like, no, because you didn't particularly care for the first season with him.
Well,
Okay, it wasn't your favorite. How about that? There you had some questions.
I had some questions,
Right.
but I have to say I think he's excellent as the Doctor. But I did not like the way they started to portray him in a lot of the episodes until late in the season. Meaning that we know it's always about their companions. Um, the companions are as well known in most cases as the Doctor. And we know that the companions generally save the Doctor in throughout the season here and there. But what I didn't like about his portrayal was that he was over reliant on not just their behavior but their knowledge, where you literally had regular characters, alien explained into the Doctor, who's an alien, and it's like, okay, wait a minute, you have this regular human telling the Doctor about an alien species, while the Doctor, for the fourth time, either the third or fourth time, was caught in the trap that he stepped on. So it was just like, it's not just about Doctor Who in that sense. It's about the overall concern that they don't want to portray certain people as heroes or the one who is heroic when they have a certain complexion. That's my concern.
So what is your thoughts about this first episode? Like, do you still feel that it's setting along that path or no?
No, okay. I do not. I think they went off that path the end of this last season, which I thought was really good, and it felt like that's the Doctor. So I don't think this season has started off that way. But again, it's just one episode. And he seems to be as clever and as unique as the Doctor has always been. And I am satisfied with that so far.
Without any spoilers, Steve, because it's literally one episode. You can truly watch it.
Do I have to see all of season 1 in order to enjoy season 2? Okay.
No, that is the great thing about Doctor Who. You cannot see the seasons before and just jump right in. Like,
okay. So I promise I will watch the season premiere of Doctor Who this week. So.
Why don't I believe you? But okay. You got till Friday.
I will watch it. I will watch it.
You got till Friday, sucker. If you can finish Wheel of Time and Daredevil, you can catch on Doctor Who.
Oh yeah.
And it's all Disney Plus, so why not? Well, not Wheel of Time.
I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I guarantee I'm gonna watch it.
But no,
what are your thoughts on it, Kay?
I really enjoyed it, and I like the fact that we're seeing when she says to him, get me back home, and like and he can't. Well,
go ahead. Again, it's not gonna spoil anything.
And he can't. I like that this whole his whole time seems to be the long way around, because that seems to be the theme with him. Like, we're no longer doing shortcuts. Like, we're doing things where it's gonna take a while to get to it. Like, we're seeing like how things take in time, where like the Doctor doesn't like to be in one place. He rarely is in one place for a long time. And so I like the fact that everything about this one is we're taking the long way around to get to stuff, because we're not doing it quick. We're not doing it fast. We're not able to do shortcuts. We're going to see how things work for the Doctor when he has to do things the hard way, which sounds weird. But he's doing it the hard way. And I like the fact that this is a companion that doesn't want to be a companion. She doesn't. That's the one thing. She doesn't want to. She wants to go home. She wants to start being
Jaden Smith, a kid. I hate it here. I want to go home.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
And she saw outer space and was like, wow, okay, I want to go home. It's like,
right. Wow. Like, we rarely get that where our things are, where people are doing that. We're like, well, no. This is real cute and all. I'm gonna go home now, and I'm gonna be content where I was. But I liked it. I did like that the neighbor's back, and she was like, yeah, you didn't see me.
Yeah, I still don't understand the neighbor yet. Right.
I don't know who she is, and I like that she's now a mystery for us. Yeah. But it's pretty cool. Like, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the fact that things didn't seem to work out 100% for him in this. Because he's like, yeah, I kind of just missed you. Also, that dude was, oh man, that dude was so creepy. And I don't think he's 100% gone either.
They did a pretty good cleanup job. So
I don't know, because I'm like, the fact that she was like, yeah, I saw everything about your life. I'm like, I know. This is gonna be another one of those. We're gonna we think everyone's gone, and I'm like, nope, they're not gonna be gone. Somehow I could be wrong. But I feel like something about this first episode is gonna somehow factor into later. And I think it might be the whole thing with like how time keeps that fracture in time. Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing, which is good. But you should just shot that dude in the head.
Pretty dark for Doctor Who.
Is
it? No. I mean, it would have worked as well, but like they shot a person and like you saw them like they're like disappear and just death. I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just couldn't have shot him in the head. Like, it'd be okay.
I mean, last season a lot of people died in those episodes, so
yeah,
they could have started this one off the same.
True.
Now the episode with the goblin and the baby, is that a separate episode from the first season, or that's part of the first season?
That was the Christmas episode, so it's a one-off, but it introduces us to the new companion and stuff. So it was like his first real outing as him.
Did I watch that before I watched the season 2 episode?
No, because it's a different companion now.
Right.
If you wanted to watch the last season, you would have to watch that one with the goblin because it introduces like her origin, which you don't really know about until it gets to the end of the season. But this one, no, you can just jump right in.
Yeah. See, just start. Just turn on it when we're done here. Just turn on the TV. You'll be fine. Just turn on the TV. It'll be okay.
I'll give my full review next time. Next episode. So, as I step into the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Step into your TARDIS. You'll be fine.
Yes. I'll be extra critical on these episodes.
Yeah.
Again, critical is fine. We don't mind that.
Okay.
You just have to watch it though.
I'm getting to it. I'm watch it.
It didn't sound convincing. No. Tell her you're gonna take the long way around to get there. Take the long way to watch the episode.
I'll take a picture of myself watching it. Like, look, she's so thick. I got the doctor right here.
You'll probably watch Sinners before you end up watching Doctor Who. Okay. Like I 100% believe that.
I feel challenged. Like now I gotta prove you wrong.
Yeah.
It's okay. You gonna prove me right. It's fine.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
Right.
I'm definitely watching the episode of Doctor Who today. So now I've been called out.
Yeah.
Challenge.
Right.
But yeah.
So now our next episode we'll discuss. Actually, let's just save it so we can do a discussion of Sinners as well. I believe Kay and myself will be checking it out this weekend. He already has tickets. Pre-ordered those tickets in advance. So we'll be able to give you guys a review of Sinners. I'm hearing a lot of positive talk. I think it's already been rated 100% Rotten Tomatoes. So congratulations to Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler for that. Yeah, I'm really excited to see this film. I'm really excited to see a non-Marvel movie with melanated characters in it. So we're your hosts, Kay, Kareem, and Hanif. Have a good one.